Hey guys, Quinn here. Welcome to the channel. Always for original content, you can see ValhallaOutfitter.com. We're going to check out this Franchi Momentum Elite Varmint today. In a separate video, you'd see me review the Franchi Momentum Elite in 6.5 Creed. I ended up getting rid of that gun in lieu of the Benelli Lupo. I was kind of intrigued by that as well, and I didn't really need two of virtually the same gun, so I got rid of the Franchi. I really was impressed with the build quality and just the shooting capabilities of it. I did take it out to the range before I got rid of it, so I thought I would probably get another one. I thought I would probably get one for Predator control. However, I went and bought a Tikka 22250, the T3x Lite, for that job. And then, of course, I see this Franchi Momentum Elite Varmint on a pretty big sale, but it is also in 6.5 Creed. The main difference, though, is that because it's the Varmint edition, it has a heavy barrel. The gun is significantly heavier than that Lupo, coming in at 9 pounds with no scope, and the Lupo's down about 7. So I figured the Lupo currently wears the Miopta 3-18. It's about a 30-ounce scope. So I'm going to take that scope off, put the Leupold VX5 onto the Lupo, onto the Benelli. So that'll be my lightweight field gun. It'll be right around 8 pounds, 3 ounces, 8 pounds, 5 ounces, all in. I'll move the Miopta over to this, which will make this be about a 11-pound gun, which for me is just too much to carry long distances. I had a precision gun, Mossberg MVP Precision, loved the gun, could shoot dimes at 100 all day, but I just never really grabbed it because I didn't want to have to carry it and lug it out in the field, especially with that XDR2 that I had on top of it. So for me, field guns, 7 to 8 pounds, 6.5 to 7.5 pounds, plus a scope, get me in sub 10. I like to be around 9 pounds. I'm really going to be happy that Lupo is around 8. And then this gun, the 22-250 will be my nighttime predator suppression gun. And then this gun will be daytime predator hunting, where I know I don't have large amounts of hiking in, but I'll be going to sets where I only have to hike in a little bit off the road. And I like the heavier barrel, the heavier gun, to help me settle that crosshair when it comes to long-term accuracy. So this is the Franchi Varmint version of the Momentum Elite in 6.5 Creed. Comes with the muzzle, the threaded muzzle cap. You do get a screw stud in here for, I think that's for the bipod. You get a sticker. You get another UPC sticker. You do get a manual. Came with a trigger lock, and we'll check it out. Now, 9 pounds doesn't sound like much, but when you're used to handling, say, my 30-30 is a 7-pound lever gun, my AR is about 7 pounds, my Lupo is about 7 pounds, you add 2 extra pounds on and you can feel it. Most of that weight on this thing is carried in this barrel. It just looks stouter and more robust. They did try to shave some weight where they could. You do notice that you get a fluted barrel kind of set in a spiral pattern. This barrel is Cerakoted, threaded barrel. Does come with a muzzle device, and I think on that Lupo, the muzzle device, if you want it, if you want to buy their branded one, it's $100. So that's kind of nice that you get this thrown in, and if you don't care to use it or want to have it on there, it does have a cap as an option. Now this barrel just is pretty honking big compared to my Sporter barrels. It just feels way more robust, but it won't get hot as fast if there's a lot of shooting going on, and the heavier weight does help you settle the crosshairs. I probably wouldn't plan on shooting this offhand. It does have QD flush mounts for your strap, which I kind of like for your sling. And then here's a little pop out where you would install that screw stud that was in the baggie, I think for mounting a bipod. I think I'm probably going to just go with the Bog Death Grip because, again, the use case for this gun is not for long hiking endeavors. It does have a kind of a rebuilt stock, or it's different than just the plain Momentum Elite. They call it the ergonomics or something. I don't know. It is a little bit wider. It feels good. The gun shoulders nicely. It also has the short bolt throw, you can see, which makes mounting optics that are a little larger or have a larger mag ring like that Miopta not a problem, because your bolt throw does not interfere with where that's going to land. Another nice touch is that they do include the pick rail. Typically I go direct mount with tally rings right onto the barrel. I have a set of rings left over from that old Elite, but if they don't fit, I might just leave this pick rail on there and use that. You do notice that the the bolt is chrome, and it is also fluted. I don't think that does anything for performance necessarily, but it might shed a little bit of weight. It does have an oversized 3-lug extractor, which gives you real nice lockup. Safety, just like on a Remington 700, click, you can hear it, smooth. Trigger, zero creep. Maybe the tiniest bit of over travel, but nothing really to worry about. One nice thing that they also did that is thrown in is this elevated cheek pad, so you can get a good cheek weld and still get a good sight picture. If you want to remove your bolt though, you have to take that off. Bolt removal is simple, just like on the Tikka or the Lupo. One push button, bolt slides out. You can see what it looks like there. Does have the raceway cut into it. However, I don't really notice the sound of the bolt catch release mechanism in that raceway as I do on that Lupo, which is a little bit surprising. One thing I have noticed is that, okay, the Beretta Group owns Sacco, they own Tikka, they own Benelli, and they own Franchi. So my Lupo is a Benelli, right? So that's a Beretta. This Franchi is a Beretta. My Tikka is a Beretta. Two shotguns, 12 gauge is the Affinity 3, which is a Franchi, and my 20 gauge, which is the Instinct SL, I believe, which is also a Franchi. It just seems that across their product lines, I really like the platforms that the Beretta Group is building out. They just seem to be doing it right. I do like 6 Hour. I've got a Remington. I have a Savage, but the majority of my ownership gravitates to the Beretta Group. And I wonder if part of it is that they come up with neat, innovative technologies and they can share it across their product families, which makes it so that you're getting kind of the best of everything. You probably can get different sizes of these cheek pads. I think the one that came with it is going to do me just right. Actually, on my Lupo, the stock one was flush to the stock. I had to get the elevated one to get the cheek weld that I wanted, and I think that was a $90 upgrade to get that. And then also, you'll see you also get, sorry, just threw one at you. You also get 2 polymer box mags in the box, which is kind of nice. This is the 3 and then plus 1 if you want. Not all the way flush, but pretty close, right? Release is right in the trigger guard. I think it's in the trigger guard. There it is. Doesn't come flying out, that's for sure. And then you also get, if you're going to be shooting predators or prairie dogs or something and you don't want to have to reload so often, they also give you this big honker too, which I think holds 8. I'll show you what that looks like. So for a gun, there it is. Now you're ready to rock with that thing. Put this in a bog death grip and set it up for long range shots on predators, and I think you could shoot them all day long. Taking this in the backcountry on a long hunt, for me, probably not. Once you get over 9-10 pounds, on those longer hikes, if I'm out looking for aoudad or even if it's whitetail or pigs, I'm probably only taking 1 shot. I'm not worried about my barrel heating up. Generally, those shots are going to be inside, for me, of 500 most of them probably 1 to 3. And I know that Lupo is going to get the job done, and I'd rather not carry around the extra 3 pounds. If we're going to be sitting and setting up for long range shots where I don't have to carry this thing all day, I like the heavier barrel. It doesn't get hot as fast. I can shoot a little more rapidly without the barrel just getting smoking hot. And the heavier barrel, especially if I'm not using the death grip, but I'm using a bipod or shooting sticks or an improvised rest, I can settle the crosshairs on target just a little bit more confidently with that extra weight in that barrel. Just really a fantastic production gun from a great company. I think it has a 7-year warranty. The trigger is exceptional. There's really nothing not to like, and the extra bells and whistles you get thrown in, the muzzle cap, the pick rail, extra mag, you know, there's just some value there. And again, I got this thing at a crazy deep discount. I think a new one's coming out in the prairie camo, they call it. That might be listed at $1,100-ish. I think these were listed at $10.50. Cabela's has them on sale at the time of this video for $7.99. And then I got military discount, then I got club discount. So I got this thing in the 6s. Anytime I can get a gun for, it's a little front heavy, but it's that barrel. Anytime I can get into a gun for over 30% off, brand new, it's hard to say no if it's something I was kind of eyeballing. I know when I'm in it for that, I'm going to be able to use it, enjoy it, see how much I like it, see if I grab it enough. And if I don't like it, I can move it on down the trail and I won't get hurt, right? It's fun to try new things. Again, it is heavy. I don't think I'd want to be schlepping this cross country, but it is built for a purpose for me, and I have a good use case for it. So we'll get it out to the range, put it through its paces, and report back. That's it for now. Get outside, have fun, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye.